2018 Dodge Journey. Vehicle came in for checkout for a transmission fluid leak. One of the first things that we noticed, they just got their oil changed on Saturday. And one of the first things we noticed on this vehicle was the mileage. 171, 351 is when it was due, or when it is due next. And the current mileage is 83,724. That's kind of not a good thing to have. They were told that the vehicle had a transmission leak, but they could not tell where it was coming from. We're going to do an order inspection on this vehicle. Tires are extremely edge worn here. There's almost no tread left out here on the outer edge. Front tire not as bad. Neither is this front tire. This tire is not quite as bad, but it is showing more wear than the others. Rear brakes are worn. They do have a lip right here that's probably causing a little bit of noise. There is no lube showing on the braking system. And by what I can see and what we measured previously, the rear pads are getting thin. They're down to about 3 millimeter. Front pads, there's a really big lip right here and here. Again, the pads are getting thin. Go over here to the right front. We have a big lip and a lip there, and the pads are down to about 3 millimeters is what we measured, so they're getting ready. I did forget to say that this front strut is starting to show signs of leakage, and we'll get a better view of that from down below. Brakes on this side, none of the brakes have had any lubrication on them, and maybe I can get this in there to get a... Pads are definitely getting thin. It's going to need pads and a few tires before long, along with front struts. It's probably going to end up needing rotors also. Come under here, we've got rust on the hitch, flaking paint, rust on the body, rust on the body, rust on the subframe at the welds right here, more. These are all the common points of failure on these vehicles. They are known for the subframes rusting out. Rear shocks are rusty, no leakage. Continuing forward, we're starting to see some rust from the inside of the front body rails. You can see it up in there, you can see it up in the holes there. Continuing forward, more rust on the subframe in the front. You can see where that shock's leaking a little better now. Just starting to leak there. We do have seepage around the drain plug, so either they didn't clean up after they completed the oil change, or that is starting to seep. Engine oil pan is all dry. We do start seeing transmission fluid leaking here. We see signs of it leaking there at the transfer case seal, and then all the way around the differential seal for the housing. This wetness here is from where it was brought in and had the air conditioner on, and this is the drain hole. It leaks right here, causes rust on these clamps and causes this subframe to rust out. Common failures on these vehicles because of where the drain runs to. So we looked from the up top side. There is no leakage up top, so all of this leakage is from right down in here. And would need this cover resealed. In order to do that, the transfer case would have to come down, meaning all the exhaust would have to come down. These bolts probably are not going to survive and they're going to break off. Luckily, they're not studs. So hopefully those nuts aren't welded on, but it looks like they might be. Hard to tell with the rust, because that exhaust would have to come off in order to get the transfer case out to do the job. We also have a little bit of a leak here coming from this front cover, right here in this corner. And that would need to be resealed as well. You can see on the left front brake rotor, the inside edge. On the right front brake rotor, the inside edge. And that is a very large lip. And that'll be touching metal to metal before too long. Rear rotors, very large lip on the right rear. Left rear again, very large lip. All the CV boots appear to be good. And it looks like, other than the differential leak and front cover leak, those would be the only oil leaks on the vehicle. You can see here, this engine mount is starting to tear. It would need one of those before long, and that is the only one we can really see. The rest of them have shields like this over them where you can't really see them very well. We did pop this cover off. It simply just pushes onto these little balls so that we could get in here and look at the transmission at the top. And as you can see, the transmission at the top is dry, confirming that the only problem is that rear cover. And that's what we have on this wonderful Dodge Journey. It's already had the oil filter housing replaced on it, and that's noticeable by the orange cap. And even with that cover on, it's easy enough to see what is leaking without having to spend $1,000 to remove stuff to check.